Hello everybody, it's me Roscoe and welcome to the latest instalment of Game Day, and we're arrived at a sunny Goodison Park as Ipswich Town take on Everton in the Premier League. It's the penultimate game here at this historic stadium. I'm sure it's going to be an emotional day for those Everton fans, and obviously the last time that Town fans to come here too, so it's just an honour to be part of that last sort of few games. First time I've been here as a snappy snapper, so I'm looking forward to capturing some pictures. Of course, Kieran McKenna's side were confirmed relegation last week with that defeat to Newcastle, so just 4 more games to finish off on a high, hopefully. Just, you know, play with pride, get some goals, get some wins. We shall see. Of course, Dave Moyes' team are pretty solid, got some good players. It's going to be a tough afternoon, but bring it on. I'm sure the celebrations here are going to be great, but can Town spoil a party? We shall wait. Let's get right into it, and I think the players are about to come out to do their warm-ups, do the stretches and all that. So let's go and get some snappy snap for that. I'll be catching you in a sec to bring you some team news, and of course, the force of the KO Army. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now in my snappy snap position, and it's a bit cosy, as you can see. Got good old Rich, the club photographer there, getting ready. Mate, we're getting very comfy here, aren't we?
A little bit cold, a little bit red.
Yeah, I didn't bring any sun cream, so yeah, I'll let you finish setting up, my friends. But yeah, it's very tight in here, but look at this, behind us, the banner. Obviously the penultimate game, as I mentioned. The team news has dropped, but I forgot, so give me 2 seconds to remember. We'll be back in a second. Okay then, now I've got the team news. It's 2 changes from the Newcastle defeat, and it's Connor Chapman and Amari Hutchison back in the lineup. So very attacking. Axel Twenzabian, Calvin Phillips back on the bench as well. So it was bare bones. It's still a bit bare bones, but it's not as bad as it has been. So those are the changes. I've also got the media food in the belly. It was a nice beef, mash, veg, all together. So I got my 5 a day. I've got myself ready for this 9 minutes of football. It is very cosy in here, as we've said, but it's going to be an incredible atmosphere. Let's bring it on, get some snappy snaps. Let's go. Okay then, as you can see, I've switched my positions and it's half time. Ipswich Town are 2-1 down against Everton. Town fans right there. And there's a nice shade here, because over there was bloody hot. As you can see, a bit red in the face, because the sun was just boom in my face. But first half, a bit scrappy in that opening 30 minutes, and Everton went 2-0 up, and I thought, oh god, long afternoon for Town. But thankfully, Julio Enciso scored a 30-yard screamer to give us a bit of action and give us a bit of a game in the second half. So anything can happen, anything to play for, and yeah, we shall see. So let's get right into the second half. Can Town get an equaliser? Could they go and score 2? Let's wait and see. Ipswich Town have drawn 2-2 and Desmond here at Goodison Park, joined by a great duo, Bloomers and K-Dog, all the way from Wales, a bit closer for you than us two, London and Suffolk. But boys, you know what? Good performance at the end, despite the second half being 2-0 down, but then came back in. Bloomers?
Yeah, I think it showed a lot of character, because to be honest, nothing to play for apart from pride, and a home stadium that was very expectant of a win. 2-0 down with what, 35 minutes gone. They could easily have wilted, but they showed real grit to get back in the game. I think the second half, the majority of it was a bit of a non-event, and then when we scored the equaliser, the game sort of sparked into life a little bit. So no, I'm happy. I mean, all you want to see really from this team now towards the end of the season is just a bit of spark and a bit of desire to show that we're not down tools, even though, you know, our position is not really going to be affected. And I think they did that really well. I think Reeves had a solid game. I think Clark, when he came on, showed a bit more of what he can do, and whether he starts in the future with Everton McKenna, but like, it's nice to see it before we go back down to the Championship. And Cecil looked great, but I just feel, well, he's not going to be here next season, so it's a bit of football's gold really, but you know, it's good for him that he's put himself in the shop window wherever he does end up with some good performances and a very well taken finish. And most importantly, George Harris, I mean, he's going to be, unless we sign someone else, leading the line next season, and he shows exactly, he added to his tally and showed what he can do when he gets the chance. And as I said before, that's all you can really ask from it. So pretty pleasing day and nice sunshine. Me and K-Dog had a lovely day. We've been treated very well from the Evertonians that we met. My voice is gone, as you just heard. Yes. So no complaints really, apart from the fact that, you know, when you looked at this game at the start of the season, it looked like it could have meant something, but it wasn't to be. But no, it's been pretty good. Would you agree with any of that?
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, what you said. Right, thanks. But yeah, what do you reckon?
Oh yeah, I think we conceded one a little bit. Best one we've looked in quite a while, I think. I mean, there's probably an element of playing the pressure off now, and now that we have nothing to change, mathematically have nothing to play for, we had good results to come back from 2-0 down, because at that point you think it felt like it could be a really long afternoon. I thought the first goal was a bit poor defending. O'Shea does really well to block the first cross.
So you think I was the other end of the pitch, so I actually don't know what happened.
Yeah, so
let me know what happened.
Yeah, O'Shea does really well to block the first cross, and Warwick sort of then 10 or so yards away doesn't really do anything, doesn't follow up the loose ball, and by the time O'Shea then manages to recover from his bit off balance of the block turn, run 5 yards, try and block the cross to come in, decent header. Perhaps got to be defended a bit better, but it's a whipped in ball, good finish. Second goal, I think Palmer has to do a bit better. The way he stood and he just sort of let it go past him, or has he been deflected? Has it hit something somewhere on the way through that's actually wrong-footed?
No, I say he doesn't have anyone that's on a sight, and it's not deflected, but the swerve just completely deceives him.
Yeah, and it makes him look a bit silly, but he's had a good.
Do we really care about what happened now? Like, I think we were just happy that obviously we got the point.
We saw in season with an rocket.
Beautiful.
I mean, we know it's in his locker. We've been waiting for him to see it, show it for the last 3 months. Finally has. George took his goal well. Basically, I can't really expand much on what we're going to say. It's been a lovely afternoon. Evertonians have been lovely to us. It's nice to say we've been here.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I think the one last thing to say is, I don't know if you're watching this and you're not an Ipswich or an Everton fan, but just in case you're not and you've got a team that you support that's got a home stadium, look after your old stadiums, because they're not going to be here forever, and to just walk around has been an absolute privilege today, because these type of grounds are absolutely dying, and it's a real shame. I understand
we're lucky we've got Corbin Road, haven't we? We're lucky still.
Well, exactly. We're lucky we've got, in the foreseeable future, our stadium is not going to be moved, and that's a good thing. But yeah, like this is some stadium, and you can just walk around and feel what it means to the heart of the district. And I'm sure the new stadium's going to be amazing, but this is a special old place. It'll be sad to see it go.
There was a real buzz around today.
Yeah.
And you kind of get an Ipswich a bit, but not quite as much as it was to them. And perhaps it is because they know it's going.
Well, I think that is exactly why. Yeah.
I saw grown men crying in there because that could be the last time there.
It felt special. You felt everywhere you felt there was an atmosphere, there was a buzz. You could feel it all around. There are streets narrower than most, with houses straight across. I mean, people look outside.
Whoever lives there,
yeah.
I know it's for rent at the moment.
It's for rent, yeah. There's one thing that made me shocked. There's a house halfway down the one side that's got a Liverpool flag in the window. It just made me chuckle. But yeah, what a place to have come. What a part of an atmosphere experience to be a part of. Special, really special, and a good result in the end.
Well, boys, I know you've got to walk 40 minutes to get the train and make it a point cheekily in that. So, cheers. There you go. Okay, next up, I'm joined by Liz, who had to hold that camera for me while the boys just spoke for a long time.
It's probably shaking at the end.
That's fine. Good shift, Liz, and good shift from the boys today.
Oh, wow.
2-0 down, you get a draw.
Yeah, well, my husband is an Everton season ticket holder, so bragging rights were
Is he,
at
isn't he?
stake. Yeah, he was here.
Same stat.
He was at Bullens as well, so further down. So thank the Lord we got 2 goals back.
Yeah, what do you think you thought of that performance then in terms of like Everton 2-0 up? They were sort of cruising and then.
Yeah, no, they threw it away a bit, didn't they? Because they really allowed us to get back into it. So I just thought it was a really good performance because we stuck at it. We fought, didn't we? And it helped that we got nobody sent off.
There was a moment, weren't there, where I think Delap could have been off. I think there's another moment. I was like, oh god. So yeah, nice not have a player sent off for once.
I mean, I felt they did a bit of acting here and there. So, but that's typical Premier League, isn't it? So no, I was really proud of them. I thought they did. They put everything into it, didn't they? and it's just a shame we couldn't do this a bit earlier because it might have been enough, mightn't it? But anyway, we're going out fighting, and that's the main thing. And it was great that Hurst scored, because hopefully, I mean, we're probably going to lose Delap, aren't we? But if we can keep Hurst, and if we can keep, I think we'll keep players like Clark and whatever, won't we? And Philogene will be coming back from injury. I think we'll be fine next season. That's the main thing, isn't it?
That's been my sort of next question. What do you want to see for the next 3 games? Like, if we can try to get a win on the board, that'd be nice.
I mean, they're potentially winnable, aren't they? Is the main thing. It would be great to get another win at home, because I mainly go to the away games, but I feel for the home fans. But I am there next week, so if we could win that one, that'd be good. And to win against West Ham at the end would be amazing, wouldn't it? Because we can rein them in a little bit, and then it won't look quite as bad if we're not so many points behind them. So, no, I think, to be fair, given all our injuries and the fact that half our team was League One players for quite a lot of the season, I think we've done brilliantly. And as long as we can keep McKenna, we'll be fine.
We shall see what happens in the summer and stuff. Let's quickly just round this interview off. We're just talking about being here at Goodison Park. The last time we're going to be here, obviously your husband, I'm sure, is very sad at the moment, but obviously it's an iconic stadium. But nice to sort of be here. And do you know what? The last 3 games I've been here, we haven't lost, so we've got a good record.
Very good, isn't it? To be fair, but I have to say they only have 3 cubicles for the ladies in the toilets, which is very poor.
Very poor.
So hopefully they'll have a few more in the new stadium. But apart from that, no, it's an amazing, iconic old ground, isn't it? So it's great to be here almost for the last match. I hope they win their last match.
We'll let you win the last one. Didn't Southampton who are not so very good?
Exactly, want to keep them on the minimum amount of points.
But no, improvement, and just a game we're just sort of happy the boys just went out there with a bit of pride, and hopefully they finished the season strongly.
Yeah, I think there were some good performances out there, to be fair, and players out of position, weren't there, because of all the injuries. So, but good to see Tuanzebe coming on at the end, so hopefully he might be back next week. And Amari lasted the whole match, did he?
Did you?
That was amazing, because that's his first match for goodness knows how long.
Because he started starting as well. I don't think when the team news came out, you went,
exactly.
I know he was on the bench last week, but for him to come straight in,
and last the full time, so that he gave us a bit of an outlet, didn't he? As did Jack Clark when he came on. And Cesar's goal was great. Hurst's goal was great. Their second goal I thought was just a good goal, but I heard the others saying that maybe the goalkeeper was at fault, but from my angle it looked like it was fast and swerving. I just thought it was a good goal, so I'm not the Palmer for that one.
No, we'll have to watch it back, but for me, I was the other end of the pitch, so I didn't have a clue, so I'm sure you've watched it, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure I'll watch it back on Match of Day tonight and see if it was a good strike or anyway.
Who knows?
But Liz, thanks very much for joining me.
You're welcome.
See you next time.
Yep, see you next year.
I'm next I'm joined by good old Dazza, my friends, here once again. Well, not here once again, but on game day once again. Thoughts on that, my friend? 2-0 down to then 2-2 at Desmond here at Goodison Park.
Yeah, that's a good point, that one, isn't it? And the right result. Good even game. I was a bit worried when we went 2-0 down, and it just had a look about it that they were still attacking. And that phase of the game, we just felt like we lost control. And it was really looking like it could have been a very long afternoon. And Ciso's goal, wonderfully taken.
Goal of the season? We'll have to look back.
One of our best.
Yeah.
I don't, Kiyush probably was the...
sorry, Kiyush.
But no, very, very well. And to be fair to him, and Ciso, I thought he had a very good game. His end product is a bit mercurial, but he did have so many runs, so many shots, and one of them was very much made it count. So. Very well played there. Second half, I thought the game was petering out. It didn't look like anything was going to happen. And then we make the subs, and the subs did change the game. Clark was excellent coming on, and the finish from Hursty was very clever. It's always lovely to see him score. And he's had a really good second half of the season. He's actually bagged quite a few. Thinking back Cup and League, he's done quite well. Considering he can't play that many minutes. Just kind of might nick something.
Yeah, at the end we had a few, didn't we? Had a few corners. And I was like,
it's one of them. You're thinking we might be able to do a bit of a Jack Taylor's job, but not to be. But I think we have to be pleased with that, because at the end of the day, with Leicester winning, keeps us just ahead. I know 18th, 19th, really what you're playing for, but at the end of the day, I think it's at least £3 million.
Yeah.
So it does matter. and barring any bizarre points deductions or anything. But but we're playing for pride, and I want to see us keep that position. And I think again we've shown today that when we're on it, we can still compete with teams at this level. It's a shame we're not going to get much longer at it. Okay. just look, people. Just look. But anyway, no. I thought we've given it a good go today, and there's quite a few people. I think Hutchinson coming back. It's hard to play. I thought he was really good today. And I thought on the wings we gave him quite a bit of trouble. I'm not quite sure what happened with Palmer for that second goal. To me, I don't think it was deflected. It just looked like maybe he was unsighted. I'm sure there was a defender immediately in front of him. I'm not sure if it was Burgess. But yeah, I can only assume that's what's happened there. But otherwise he's had a good game. He's kept us in it with a few key interventions again. It was a decent game. It's the right result, and it gives us confidence that hopefully we can step back and at least win would be nice.
Yeah, we've got Brentford obviously next at home, then obviously a trip to Leicester, which will be the game we most likely to get a win. Obviously West Ham is going to be the deadest of dead rubbers. Like today was pretty much a dead rubber, really, nothing to play for. Obviously it was a sort of memorable day today because it's an ultimate game. Sort of your thoughts on the atmosphere, and I'm sure there's some Everton fans maybe watching this. Obviously iconic ground. What's going to be here again?
Yeah, I'm really pleased that we have had this chance to come here. Because I remember back when we came to Anfield back in January, I did go and have a look at Bramley Moor, and it's a very impressive place. But these places have heart and they have history, and all the pre-match stuff, all the songs and everything. There's an element of history here that is really going to be lost. And I feel for Everton fans, they've got a great ground, but they are losing something. For traditionalists of the game, these places have value. So I'm glad we still have the chance to come here. Hopefully not too long before we get to the other.
Yes,
nice. But yeah, and decent atmosphere today. All the banners they had, behind that goal there looked, that looked really good. And there is a noise here when it gets going. I thought our fans were, there was a good noise coming from our end.
You guys.
Again, I don't know if it's the acoustics of these old stands, but it sounded good today. So credit to everybody.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I want to end this on, Finn, in a minute, if you can sort of pan it round and just sort of look at the houses there. So Finn, pan it around. Look at that. You've just got houses right there. But do you think they are? Finn, come back. Sorry, mate. Sorry, cameraman. It's just mad. You've got a stadium and then you've got houses. It's just crazy. Like, obviously at the moment that's for rent, so no one's actually living in it. But like, do you think they've got tickets? Do you think they come? Or they're just?
I don't know, but then to be fair, is it that different from like people living on Alderman Road or whatever down in Ipswich?
Yeah, true.
I do wonder if you're that close, is it just part of your life?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's a proper sign of a proper old ground, isn't it? Make the most of them because we're losing another one.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, Dazza, thanks so much for joining me. Safe journey. You're on the train as well, so you've got like a 5-minute walk over there. And I'm gonna get in the car with good old Liam from crew. Head back to Suffolk. Thanks for watching Game Day once again. Bye for now.